Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Sunday, the 12th of January 2025, the year BSV comes alive. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinsv.com, the best casino and sports betting on chain. Have a little flutter in private using the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, let's see what we got today. We got Cointelegraph saying Craft distilling meets Bitcoin. US distillery adopts BTC for treasury use. I wonder if this is Kraft that took over Cadbury's. We'll find out what that is, just out of curiosity. Cointelegraph also says Mango Market shuts down following SEC settlement. So something's going on there. Another one, Singapore blocks access to Polymarket over unlicensed gambling concerns. Bybit Exchange suspends services in India due to regulatory pressure. They're closing in. And Binance altcoin dominance hits 78%. Analyst eyes strong momentum ahead. Again, it's just like trying to encourage Ponzi scheming, really. Got some posts here from CSW, a little bit of Bitcoin history, and then we'll go through the figures and end on that because they're looking pretty good. Right, let's get into it.
Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, the transactions flying free. Just wait for the Terra node, you'll surely see.
Here we go, right. Craft Distilling meets Bitcoin. US distillery adopts BTC for treasury usage. Oh dear, what a fail. Heritage Distilling has adopted Gregcoin for payments and treasury. You can't make payments with it. Dear oh dear. Becoming the first publicly traded distiller to integrate cryptocurrency into its business model. Heritage Distilling, a Washington-based craft spirits producer, said that it will begin accepting Gregcoin as payment and holds it as a treasury asset. On January 10th, the company adopted a Gregcoin treasury policy to accept Gregcoin for products and services via its e-commerce platform. This makes Heritage the first publicly traded spirits company to integrate Gregcoin into its business model. The company's new policy states that it's willing to sell its products and services in return for Gregcoin as a form of payment, knowing that even if the price of Gregcoin falls at any given time. The benefits of attracting new set of buyers, consumers and fans, along with the margin cushion the company can create, coupled with the potential to see Gregcoin increase in value, more than offsets the risk of loss, reads the new policy. Oh dear, oh dear. See, look, they're reading their policies. Have they read the protocol? No, clearly not. Have they read about SegWit? No, they haven't. Oh dear. Heritage Distilling's website currently indicates that Gregcoin will be accepted for online purchases soon. Soon, where have we heard that before? What, in 18 months? The company's decision to accept Gregcoin follows the formation of its Technology and Cryptocurrency Committee, chaired by Matt Swan, a former Chief Technology Officer at Nubank. Heritage announced the appointment of Matt Swan to its board of directors effective Jan 6th. So look, you've got all these companies that are saying, oh yeah, we're going to use Gregcoin as a treasury and all that. So they must still have faith in the concept of Bitcoin, being a digital asset of sorts and blockchain technology and all this kind of stuff. Not that BTC wants to use that because they just simply want to use the Lightning Network that Blockstream created. But these guys don't know the difference. But the concept, they must have, is the faith misguided by number go up? Who knows? But there's definitely faith in this. It's still around. It's the sentiment hasn't actually really changed, has it? Because maybe the positive is still too sentiment. I guess the cabal has sort of said, well, if you can't beat them, join them. Let's make it the largest Ponzi scheme in history, and when it all goes belly up, there's going to be hell to pay for. But I mean, this is massive now. Fingers of blame are going to be pointed, and there's no way of getting away from it. So what are they going to do? Just keep going? I mean, it's going to be fascinating to watch. Get your popcorn ready. Heritage Distilling's decision comes amid financial challenges. Oh dear, that's not going to help, is it? With its latest earnings report showing $1.76 million in revenue and a $3.43 million net loss in the third quarter of 2024. So they're gambling, going into Gregcoin. Oh dear, oh dear. VanEck's head of digital asset research, Matthew Siegel, noted concerns about Heritage Distilling's financial situation, stating that with a $3 million loss on $2 million in sales last quarter, it remains to be seen how much Gregcoin they might actually acquire in the absence of a turnaround in profitability. dear, oh dear. They're willing to risk it all. That's all they're doing, they're gambling because they can't see a way out from their current position. Oh dear, this is devastating. The craft spirits market in the United States continues to expand with a reported 3,069 active distillers as of August 2024, marking an 11.5% increase from 2,753 in August 2023. According to the American Craft Spirits Association, craft spirits now account for 4.6% of the total US spirits market by volume. In terms of value, craft spirits represent 7.5% of the US market, a slight dip from 7.7% in 2023. Corporate adoption of Gradecoin treasuries gathers pace. The adoption of Gradecoin as a corporate treasury asset is gaining momentum amongst US companies. That will be because of Michael Saylor blabbing his mouth off. MicroStrategy, the largest corporate Gradecoin holder, first acquired the cryptocurrency in 2020 as part of a strategy to deliver higher returns for shareholders and hedge against inflation. Currently, MicroStrategy holds 447,470 Gradecoin, valued at approximately $42.4 billion at today's price of $94,781 per Gradecoin. Other companies have followed suit as Gradecoin prices continue to climb to new highs. According to data from HODL 15 Capital as of Jan 6th, the top 70 public companies collectively hold 597,644 Gradecoin. MicroStrategy leads the list, followed by Marathon Digital with 44,893. Riot Platforms, they're all mining. They're all BTC miners that have cut down their mining in exchange for purchasing Gradecoin. And Hut 8 mining. Oh, I mean, that's not quite the same as MicroStrategy. I don't really like that comparison at all. Smaller companies take a page from MicroStrategy's playbook. Smaller public companies are increasingly adopting Gradecoin as a part of their treasury strategies, following the example set by MicroStrategy in 2022. On November 18, healthcare group Cosmos Health announced plans to include Gradecoin and Ethereum in its treasury reserves, highlighting the value of strategic assets. Accurix Pharmaceuticals approved the purchase of up to $1 million in Gradecoin on November 20th. On December 5th, WorkSport, a clean energy solutions manufacturer, approved a plan to allocate up to 10% of its excess operational cash to Gradecoin and XRP. Honestly, they have no idea whatsoever. This is devastating from my point of view, but the lessons are going to be learnt. It's not like they didn't have a choice to listen to my show and warn them about what's going on. So Mango Markets shuts down following SEC settlement. Mango Markets, a Solana-based DEX, is shutting down operations following the SEC settlement, governance vote and legal troubles stemming from a 2022 exploit. Solana-based decentralized exchange Mango Markets is winding down its operations. On Jan 11th, Mango Markets announced through its X account that it's shutting down and it's time for users to close their positions. The following governance proposals to adjust interest rates and collateral requirements effectively end borrowing and lending on the platform. These proposals, supported unanimously, are set to take effect on Jan 13th. The closure comes after a settlement with the US Securities and Exchange Commission. The SEC settlement on September 27, 2024, the SEC filed settled charges against Mango DAO and the Blockworks Foundation, alleging the sale of unregistered securities. Too right. But I mean, the SEC, even they don't really have a clue what they're doing. I mean, it's kind of blatantly obvious which ones are the securities because they're just literally issued with no backing whatsoever. But, they're not doing very well against XRP, are they? And all these other shitcoins. It's an absolute joke. It's literally a shit show. And they're failing as regulators. Good grief. Right, Singapore blocks access to Polymarket over unlicensed gambling concerns. Singapore-based users claim that Polymarket has been blocked, citing the Gambling Control Act of 2022, which prohibits betting with unlicensed operators. Singapore has blocked access to Polymarket and a cryptocurrency-based prediction market as part of a crackdown on unlicensed gambling platforms. On Jan 12th, multiple users reported being able to access Polymarket in Singapore. Oh, yeah. Polymarket is officially defined as a gambling website in Singapore. If you want to place a bet, you can only go to a state-owned gambling company. The state wanting a monopoly on it. Otherwise, you'll face fines and imprisonment. Good grief. Access blocked. Yeah, tightening enforcement. What's this? Singapore Pools Private Limited is the only operator licensed by a GRA to provide remote gambling services. Anyone who conducts unlawful gambling shall be liable on conviction to a fine of up to $500,000 and imprisonment of up to 7 years. And for repeat offenders, a fine of up to $700,000 and imprisonment for up to 10 years, according to a statement on the GRA website. Oof. You might want to get yourself in an association there rather than a limited company with somebody being on the hook for that. Poorly markets hurdles, but it just shows you, like, you know, law enforcement closing in. I thought it was meant to be decentralised and all that. Bybit Exchange suspends services in India due to regulatory pressure. Bybit, a global crypto exchange, announced a temporary suspension of its crypto trading services in India, citing regulatory developments. Starting Jan 12th at 8 AM UTC, Bybit will restrict several services including cryptocurrency trading, account opening and placing orders through the other exchange products. Bybit attributed the decision to its goal of operating in full compliance with all applicable rules and regulations. The exchange stated in a Jan 10th announcement, adding, due to recent developments from India regulators and in continuation of previously implemented restrictions, India users will temporarily be unable to open new trades or access any products on the Bybit platform. The announcement said that while trading services are halted, user fund withdrawals are unaffected. Yeah. 56% of advisors are more likely to invest in crypto after Trump win. Yeah. UK judge dismisses 70. Yeah, we've done that bit already. Winners and losers, not really bothered about that. Yeah. What's this? Most memorable quotations. The year is 2035. Bitcoin is out, and you can hold me to this. 1.5 million. Oh, Timothy Peterson. Yeah. And let's have a look at this. Binance altcoin dominance hits 78%. Analyst eyes strong momentum ahead. A crypto analyst says that rising altcoin trading volumes of Binance signals confidence in the potential for an altcoin bull market in 2025. I wonder if they're classing altcoin being BSV. Saw some interesting trade statistics actually on one of the exchanges, particularly on Binance. Actually, Binance futures of BSV. So we'll see what they might be hinting here. Altcoin trading volume dominance on crypto exchange Binance hits 78%, a level that crypto analysts say points to strong potential for an altcoin bull market in 2025. With retail interest gaining traction, the altcoin market could continue to build strong momentum in the coming months. Crypto quant contributor Burka Semis said in a Jan 11th market report, analyst says there is a confidence for an altcoin bull market in 2025. I don't know how you pronounce this. Burak Asmesi said that Binance's altcoin trade volume by pairs reached 77.83% in January 2025, an increase of approximately 11% over the past 5 months. The consistent growth in altcoin trade volume on Binance reinforces confidence in the potential for an altcoin bull market in 2025. Altcoin season. Yeah, I wonder if this. I'm suspecting that might have something to do with BSV. What? Interesting. Let's get into this post from CSW. Quite an interesting one. He said, when I was younger, back at uni, I spent way too much time trying to sound like something I wasn't, trying to act the part, fit in, be what people thought I should be. Well, it depends what you are. I spent so much energy toning down who I was, trying to scrub the Aussie out of me, sounding less like home and more like some polished globalist version of what they call proper. But the bloody truth is, I couldn't fully shake it. Terms like bloody still creep into my writing with speaking. It was always there, no matter how hard I tried to bury it. Well, I'm done with that. I'm not playing that game anymore. All those terms, that slang, all the things that make me Aussie, they're bloody back, and I'm not apologising for it. To hell with pretending, to hell with conforming. And to all you out there trying to lose yourselves in the globalist WF garbage, trying to homogenise the world into one bland, lifeless thing, F you, be who the F you are, speak the way you speak, live the way you live. Don't let them take that from you. True, however, there is such a thing as a personal life and a public life and a private life. So sometimes situations call for etiquette. For example, like if you want to F and blind and all that, do that with your mates, be who you want to be. But in public, people are going to judge how you behave. So like there is an acceptable way of behaving in public, because obviously kids are going to be listening to you, and people from all walks of life. So good that he's going back to his roots and all that, but hopefully there's a way of keeping public and private life separate. Everybody has a social facade they put on. It's not just Craig. Everybody does it. You cater to the situation that you're in. All social groups have forming, storming, norming, performing that they go through, finding social roles, and if you don't fit in, just move on to another role that does suit you. But you don't have to be who you authentically are, like all the time in every situation, because sometimes you have to act accordingly. A bit like playing poker, because people read you and they'll take advantage of you. So you just have to be aware of that, really. So good on him. But as always, he's also said here, morality boils down to the kind of society we want to create. A society where people can live, work and thrive. And yes, people have different subjective ideas about what that looks like. That's fine. That's part of being human. But then there's the anti-objective crowd. The ones who don't just disagree, they want to tear down anything that doesn't align with their narrow worldview. They aren't building anything. They're wrecking it. Now tell me, how do you objectively define scientific morality? Go ahead, I'll wait. If you're going to talk about scientific values, then you're going to need scientific morality too. The two are inseparable. You can't have one without the other. And here's the kicker: morality, ethics, values, they're not something you can measure or stick into an experiment. You can't quantify a choice, a principle, a standard for human action. You can't take ethics, pour them into a test tube and say, there it is, scientific proof. That's the problem. Scientific morality, scientific values, it's a con. A way to shut down debate. A way to say, we've got the facts and you don't. But morality isn't about facts, it's about reason. It's about choosing principles that lead to human flourishment. And this is not close to the same for everyone. And if you can't see that, if you think slapping the word scientific on your ideas, making them untouchable, like trust the science and all that, then you're not just anti-objective, you're anti-reason, anti-progress, anti-human. You're lost. Yeah, loving that. Great little sentence structure there. Right, so 12th of January. So it was on this day that Hal Finney received the first ever Bitcoin transaction of 10 Bitcoin from Craig Wright at block height 181. For the purpose of the ledger, 40 Bitcoins were sent, 10 Bitcoins were kept and 30 Bitcoins returned, showing a balance of 10 Bitcoin received by Hal. Oh, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. There it is. Total output, 40 Bitcoin, 10 were kept, and 30 returned. That is a classic. That's a classic example of how the ledger works. That is brilliant. Look, and you can see it. Here we go. Times that block 181. Check it out. Loving that. Loving that. There we go. That's a great example of how the ledger actually works. On the 12th of January 2018, Ponzi coin reached its all-time high market price of 33 cents. What is that now? So it's 2/10 of a cent. There we go. Look at that. Is that 2018? Oh dear, Ponzi coin. Still there. Ponzi. That's hilarious. I remember the guy who created it telling people not to buy it because he created it as a joke, and it's still like shot to the moon as it were. Good grief, 33 cents is now down at 2/10 of a cent. Good grief. On the 12th of January 2021, a programmer has 2 guesses left to access $175 million in his Bitcoin wallet. That was back in 2021. 12th of January 2023, the Bitcoin was not created on Linux. It was built on Microsoft XP using Visual Studio. Guess who was a C++ and .NET developer? GIAC.net, GNet analysis number 129, obtained on the, then that must June 2nd of June 2008. Oh, that would have been Craig Wright. Is that post still there? Hey, check it out. There we go. It was built on Microsoft XP using Visual Studios. Guess yeah. Guess he was a C++ and was it just a computer programmer, net developer. Fantastic. There we go. That's your 365 days of Bitcoin history. So have a quick look at these figures. We've got a $56 coin here. Let's have a look at difficulty adjustment on Greg coin. Yeah, still an all-time high. Yet again. Let's have a look at the hash rate on Bitcoin. Yep, still plodding along there. Transaction volume. Let's have a look at this on BitInfo charts. Still, it's above. It's remained above 20 million. 20 million transactions. That's huge. I mean, this looks like it's like genuine use. You know, representing almost 90% of the entire market's transaction volume on its network. So 21,700,000. Cross-reference out on what's on chain. Yep, 21,700,000. That's there. Great stuff. Block size. Have a look at the block sizes coming through. There we go. Biggest block I can see there, 78. Yep, 78. You got 40, 39, 53. And these are all megabytes. Bearing in mind, Greg Coin's just got a 1 megabyte block size. Look, and they're all, oh no, they've got biggest one. They've got 3 megabyte block. Well done then. So 3 megabytes compared to 89 in one block here. Honestly, it makes you realise what an absolute joke all these other networks are. It's 53,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Greg Coin, but you're mining Bitcoin at a 26% comparable loss. Shows you the competition for Bitcoin. The miners are willing to mine it at a 26% comparable loss. You know, because they want it. They're collecting it because they know it's going to flip on a dime. They're just like, I'm not risking mining all these shit coins. Like we just simply want Bitcoin, and they're willing to mine it. The clue is in the figures here. You know, it's less profitable to mine because there's so much competition on it in comparison to the block reward. Good grief. All right, let's have a look at the politics here because they're all in the pie charts. Right, Greg Coin, global hash. Oh, Ampool pushed down to third via BTC up into second. Foundry USA pool got 37.5%. Other miners 1.3. B Crash, other miners 57.6. Profitability being managed. Fisher Price Cash, who cares? Bitcoin, we'll have to have a look at what's on chain. Whoa, that's actually looking really good. Tau 29, Kuv 27, QD Link 26. Gorilla Pool 8%. Well done them. That's a massive improvement. It was 4% yesterday. Other miners 8, and then Mining Dutch squeezing in at 1.24. So now we've got 6 miners mining Bitcoin. Probably going to be the wealthiest miners on earth with the amount of genuine Bitcoin that they've got. Oof. Oof. Crypto Quant, look, the exchange's reserves still cashing out. look at that. Cashing right the way out since November of 2022. All of them. They know what's coming. Tether weather then. Again, so this will be the while BTC isn't doing much because Tether ain't pumping it. It's just plodding along there. Let's have a look at the short ratio. Again, misguided by the traders. Oh, going up a little bit. 0.7% on a short ratio there. Interesting. Right, this is the one I wanted to have a look at. Look at this. Coin Codex. So we've got here a Bitcoin SV exchanges. And so this is the sort of 24-hour trade volume. So I was looking at this, and Upbit had like a $200 million 24-hour trade volume the other day when the price popped. Upbit is Korea. And they've got a $30 million 24-hour trade volume. But look at this Binance Futures. Binance Futures got a 31 million trade volume. I mean, that's the two biggest exchanges by trade volume. Absolutely massive. Qcoin just 173,000. OKX 4.2 million. But I mean, nowhere near Binance futures are up here. 30 million. $30 million trade volume. What have these others got? Surely that can't be alright. IndoX. Indo Exchange. $75 million BSV trade volume. That's the biggest one so far. The others were 30 million. They're saying this is 75 million. Not even heard of IndoX. Like, whoa. 6 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million. Down to one's 500,000. Right. Look at that. Indo Exchange, 75 million. Let's have a look at that. Oh, seriously? See here. Oh, it's a spot exchange. Look at all these shit coins. Absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. View more. Wow. Here they've actually got BSV listed on their spot exchange. Fascinating. Fascinating. Wow. But yeah, there we go. $70 million trade volume on IndoX. I'm assuming that's like Indonesia. I'm guessing, but keep an eye on these figures, people. Literally, when I saw Upbit the other day with like a $200 million trade volume, I was just like, whoa! Like, what on earth went on there? Yeah, the only news that I'm aware of being out is just that you know, BSV blockchain was partnering with the FT and attending at Davos. I'm sure we'll hear more about that. Right, overall trade volume here, $57. $57 one day. Let's have a look at the full chart. So it's gone upsy and downsy. Yeah, 57 still. That's all right. Up from 45, which it was plodding along at for a long time. Let's have a look at Bitcoin versus Gregcoin. Look, yeah, it actually went up against Gregcoin. That was a rarity, a real rarity. Wow. Let's have a look at this. An orange gateway. Yeah, there we go. As we saw yesterday, that pump, and it's kind of like maintaining its price level at the moment against the USD. Oh, it's just popped a little bit there. That's interesting. Right. Yeah, top left, 57.41. Yeah. Right, entire market cap, $3.3 trillion. Gregcoin trade volume, just 0.8%. That is nothing. That is nothing. Overall trade volume, 16 billion. That's, like I said, it's nothing compared to the 140 billion we saw the other day. Good grief, absolutely crush it is what it would do. Trade volume under 1%, 8.9. Dear oh dear. Alright, let's have a look at Bitcoin, see where we are now. 100 coins. Number 82. Oh yeah, price just popped up a little bit. Interesting. I wonder if that's I don't know how that compares to the rest of the market. Okay, jazz me up there. That's hilarious. Yeah, look. BSV is like moving. BSV is moving on its own. Look at that. Look at that. It's really interesting actually comparing these graphs. No way. Yeah. BSV moving on its own. Huh. No way. Great stuff. Right, that is a 30-minute show. There we go. We'll leave you there. Hope you enjoyed it. So, as ever, if you enjoyed these updates, please ding your donations for your appreciation to either Satoshi at Sembi.com, Handcash.io, Simply.cash, Relasia.com, Rockwallet.me, or Senti.ch. We'll leave you there. Hope you enjoyed it. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.